Let's imagine one thing. You are a villager in ancient times, somewhere in Europe. You tried to sleep, but you are constantly struggling with sore throat and wheezing cough. An illness is coming, you think to yourself. And I must find something to help me out, otherwise I won't be able to work the fields in full strength. You get your cheap and overused wicker basket in early morning and head outside. And here you are searching for a plant that might help you. Things do not look good for a moment, but you are optimistic. After all, you know this area quite well, and soon enough, you find it. With its silvery bluish hue, this plant does look magical, and like many plants of our ancestors, it is mostly forgotten. This is white horehound, a plant from the mint family that was used since at least 1st century BC, but most likely much earlier. At a glance, it kind of reminds me of wild basil and some other similar mint family plants, but with more detailed look, differences appear, of course. Its leaves are green, wrinkled, arranged opposite from each other. Like with many other medicinal mint family herbs, there is great distance between leaves on the stalk. Leaves look woolly with very fine hairs on them, and the underside kind of looks spongy. They don't have any particular smell, so your nose won't have a minty delight when smelling these, unless leaves are crushed, when they can give off sort of musky scent. Stalks are smooth with powdery-like white-blue hue on them, which is noticeable on the entire plant, apart from roots. There is something interesting I noticed as I approached these patches of horehound, and that is how silent it was. Most of the time grasshoppers were running away from me as I was stepping on the ground, but it was not the case here. Apart from this cute spider I accidentally scared, who picked up its egg and was moving away from me, I did not notice any grasshoppers or other bugs. Just the beautiful buzz of the bees in the background. As it turns out, my observation is not accidental. Horehound is indeed known to repel certain insects, including grasshoppers. To be fair, I did see maybe a few of them, but that is nothing to dozens of them I usually notice as I walk, and the ones I did notice seemed to be in a hurry to get away from the horehound. Interestingly, there is a bug specialized in eating horehound sap specifically, which even got its name because of this, horehound bug. I guess nature figured out this plant has no much enemies, being insect repeller and bee attractor, so it decided to create this bug specifically to ruin the horehound's existence. Actually, after rewatching these recordings later, I noticed one bug on one of the horehound plants, most likely something from Tritomegas genus, another bug that likes munching on these plants. Flowers are white and very mint family looking. I find these clusters of flowers quite interesting, especially when they are dried, as you can notice these star-shaped parts on them. And it seems grasshoppers are really desperate to get away from this plant, as I found one clinging to my shirt shortly after visiting the horehound patch. Horehound was used throughout history, mostly for treating respiratory issues, and was likely officially recorded for such use first time in De Medicina by Aulus Cornelius Celsus. Some believe it is one of the best plants, if not the best one, that can help with clearing of the lungs. Just a short reminder that we are not talking about medical advice, but purely history of usage for this plant. Roman writer Columella noted its usefulness in getting rid of worms in farm animals. John Gerard wrote that horehound is a most singular remedy against coughs and wheezings of the lungs. Opinion shared by Nicholas Culpeper as well, just expressed in different words. And this is what villager from beginning of the story needed. I will add a very short personal note here too. I did not plan to record the video about horehound. It was kind of coincidental that I met this plant while hiking. The most interesting thing is this was actually the day when I started having fever and a very serious wheezing cough, which actually got me to an emergency room the next day. Was it a very weird coincidence that I stumbled upon patches of this exact plant that day, or was it something else? Who knows? It surely was one of those weird moments in life that makes you wonder. Most common way of using white horehound is making the tea. However, it is also popular for making sort of cough drops, type of candy that is supposed to help with, well, it's in the name, cough. If you are planning to search for and pick this plant, remember to get it from clean area in a way and place that is legal. Check your local legislations. Some plants might be protected in one country or area and not in another. And be reasonable. Take small amount of what you really need with you. Remember this and many other plants are what possibly saved or helped a lot of lives throughout history, and treat them with respect they deserve.